Good morning and welcome as we continue our daily devotions looking at Paul's first letter to the Corinthians. Today, we're going to be looking at chapter 9, verses 1 through 14. And as we get started, I'll be honest, one of my least favorite things to address is giving, and especially with a passage like this where Paul says in verses 13 and 14, "Do you not know that those who are employed in the temple service get their food from the temple, and those who serve at the altar share in the sacrificial offering? In the same way, the Lord commanded that those who proclaim the gospel should get their living by the gospel." See, what I can say next can sound self-serving, since I'm one of those who receives my living by the gospel. So it's my prayer this morning and today that you don't take offense, but rather hear this passage as God intends you to hear it. So when it comes to giving and giving in the church, first, understand God does not need your money. Really, there's nothing you could give God that he needs. In fact, this is why we say that God is the creator of all things. And so if God truly is the creator of everything in this world, all we can give him is really his to begin with. Second, in this question, why then do we give? There are two main reasons that the scriptures give, and Paul addresses really just one of these in this passage. The first reason, and the one that Paul doesn't address, is that we give to the church to support the physical needs of others. In the New Testament, it's often the widows and the orphans who were on the outskirts of society. The second reason, though, and this is what Paul talks about here in these verses, is we give to support the ministers of the gospel so that they can devote their time fully to studying, teaching, preaching, counseling, and caring for the spiritual needs of God's people. The third and final thing I could say on this topic, though, is that what do God's servants owe the church in return? And I think one of the biggest things is transparency and accountability. There's a reason that most ministers of the gospel are not flying around the world in jets and living in multi-million-dollar homes. We are attempting to be good stewards of the resources that people have devoted to this ministry in order to advance the gospel, so that those who don't yet know Christ come to know him, and those who already know Christ come to grow stronger in their faith. Have a great day.